Hello guys, gals, and lovers of the internet. This is Marvel Pokemon 1993 doing a deck profile on the Fire Fists. Now, these are a new archetype that are recently coming out in Cosmo Blazer. And as people have thought, they're going to probably be the new Insectors. So I thought I'd do a deck profile on what I've used, and it's paid off pretty well. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So we're going to be running Triple Bear. Triple Bear. He is your destroyer, and sorry about that. He's your destroyer, but also he's mainly just to search out Tenki, then use Tenki main phase 2, and yeah. Then you run Triple Dragon. Dragon is essentially your monster reborn. But he is kind of limited to his potential due to the fact that you have to send 2 fire formation spells and traps to the graveyard to use his effect. But you can change that, because when a fire formation spell or trap is activated with him in the field, he searches out a fire formation trap, and then it gets set. We're now moving on to the Hawk. If it's destroyed by your opponent's card in general, you get a fire formation spell. But while it's face up on the field with a fire formation spell, all your Fire Fist monsters gain 500 attack and defense, which is pretty good considering the fact that your fire formation spells and traps give 100 and 300 attack points. I think it's attack. Yeah, just attack. I only run 2 of him because running 3 is kind of cloggy, but he can pay off pretty well defensive wise. Gorilla is essentially your MST. If you combine him with the bear, they lose 2 cards, which can prove to be quite useful. Then you've got Double Raven. Now he is essentially protecting your back row. I run 2 of him because he can prove to be very slow, because you have to pretty much summon him, see if he can last a turn, and switch him to defense. That's when he'll shine. 1, the Snake. You can run 2 if you want, because he's your draw power. But however, you do have to give up a 2 fire formation spells and traps. And I would rather run 3 dragons, but you can take out a dragon for a snake. It does pay off. We have Prominent Knight. He is the Armageddon Knight of the deck for fires. 1 UFO turtle. So you can search out Prominent Knight, Raven, and Hawk. Be careful though, because it can come and bite you in the ass. 2 Tengu, because the fire formation spells and traps affect all beast warriors you control. So apart from UFO Turtle and Prominent Knight, your entire deck is going to get powered up regardless. Onto the spells, we have a Dark Hole, staple, Triple Tenki, which acts sort of as the Sanyan. But yeah, it's rather limited considering the fact of what you have to search out. Double Tensu, allowing another normal summon is how you truly pull off the deck. Then you got the staples, Mind Control, Monster Reborn. I only run one Pot of Duality because, to be honest, I wasn't going to run any at all. But like you can take it out for Pot of Benevolence, which I'll get to later. One MST, one Night Beam. I was going to run two MSTs, but then I figured Night Beam's an alright card. I mean, they have to waste 2 cards to use the card you target with Night Beam, so they go minus. And you already have double or triple Gorilla, so it does pay off. Then you got Compulse, double Tenken, which with some new TCG support, this deck is going to become lethal, because Tenken negates any monster, any Beast Warriors effects, and they can't be destroyed by any card effects. And not to mention, all Beast Warriors you control will gain 300. Now, Tensen, on the turn that it's activated, you choose one Beast Warrior and it gains 1,000 attack points, while all your other Beast Warriors gain 300. That's still pretty good, no matter how you look at it. Then you got Solemn J, Solemn Warning, which, yeah, I don't run a third one because it does tend to be a pain in the backside. The Transmigration Prophecy to help recycle your pretty much everything in your deck. Prison at 1, and double Horn of the Phantom Beast. I would like to point out, as a little warning, that Horn of the Phantom Beast is a mandatory effect. So if it destroys a monster by battle, and it's equipped to, say, Bear, you miss timing for Bear's effect. So that is something you should be warned about. Onto my extra deck, they have Daigosto Emerald to recycle any monsters, like Double Tengu and UFO Turtle. Diamond Direwolf, so you can destroy Tengu, pop one of them, and then you get another Search of Tengu. Gakuga Cowboy, I can't really give a reason, because I can't really give one. Tiger King, he is phenomenal. He pretty much sets up for another Xyz summoning when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, and you have 3 fire formation spells or traps. Levier, in case you're playing against Macro Rabbit or something like that. Lion Emperor to help bring back your fire monsters. Mace Stroke, because it's Mace Stroke. Shockmaster, because believe it or not, this deck gets out a lot of monsters to the field quite quickly. Utopia, it's staple. Utopia Ray, again another staple. Zen mains, it can pay off. Just be careful. Gemlight Pearl for a beta in case you verse Skill Drain, so at least you've got something to fight back until you draw. Black Ship of Corn, so you deal with Zen mains, Gachi, and all that. Shark Drake, to make them really regret ever coming across your deck. And One-Eyed Skill Gainer, so if you verse Excalibur for example, Skill Gainer gains its effect, then it can use the effect on the same turn, doubling its attack to 5,000, running over their Excalibur. So with that being said, I have been Marvel Pokemon 1993, and all I can say is, carry on my wayward sons, carry on.